All right. We're going to go to Ohio. So Martin just retired after 20 plus years with the Air Force.
Oh, thank you for those
Martin Foster,
congratulations.
you're up.
Yeah, thank you, Scott, for the intro. And Shawnee, I was an intelligence analyst for the Air Force for 23 years. So yeah, so
You
thank you
read
for
my
what you do.
stuff.
I have, and I've been following the Joy and Dory podcast for a long time, and I know that's like you did a 3 hour conversation that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, just very impressive. But aside from like kind of what you already answered, the question I had is, what's the biggest blind spot leaders have when it comes to trust?
That's such a good question. I say the biggest blind spot is that they are too trusting. And it's not that I don't want to trust my people. And I'll give you a perfect example. Remember, I just said humans are human. We're all going to human. We're all going to make mistakes. This is a perfect example. There was a case that I investigated where there were low-level employees. They all made like minimum wage, and suddenly, and there was one guy in particular. He shared an apartment with a bunch of people. He didn't have a car, right? He bummed rides to and from work. His pattern of behavior started to change. So when we talk about trust, I always teach people, you need that baseline, like the HRA. You need to know what someone's baseline is. And with remote work and hybrid work and Zoom calls, not only is it harder to detect when someone's going through something. I actually checked on LinkedIn. I posted about this yesterday. It's very, very good example. But they need to actually check in with people, like truly have a conversation. People have a lot going on in their lives and a lot of stressors, and that's all going to contribute. Anyway, so back to the story. So this guy on this team, his pattern of behavior started to change, and his manager didn't think anything of it. He got a new Apple Watch, he got a new iPhone, he started leasing a new Lexus, and everyone's like, wait a minute, like we make the same amount of money and he was broke. Like how, this is like over 2 or 3 weeks. Like we call that a red flag. So someone reported it. And when I did the investigation, what I found was there were threat actors. It was an organized criminal ring, and they had recruited him and another guy. And the other guy wasn't so stupid as to flash his money. But they recruited them, and all they had to do was change a little bit of data. So they changed the integrity of the data in a system. They weren't stealing anything, they weren't doing anything, just changing some information. And these people were allowed to steal commit like tens of millions of dollars worth of fraud on this platform. But the reason I bring that up is because when I told the manager what my findings were and who did it, she sobbed uncontrollably. And she said, these are my people. They would never do that. We're like family. And that's cool that you're like family. But you have to understand that everybody has motivations and vulnerabilities. That's what I used to leverage to recruit people. And our motivations and our vulnerabilities change with time. Everybody has rock bottom at some point. And if you don't, I'm sorry, it's coming. I've hit mine, I think, twice. But if you are not prepared and taking care of your people and listening to your people and making sure your people are well, then you're blindly trusting.